We sure hope this is the first of many Saluki radio previews this weekend as Southern Illinois begins their Arch Madness run against the UIC Flames here on Thursday night. 8:30 right now is the potential start time for the game with the UIC Flames. With the coach, Rodney Watson, I am Luke Martin here for your Arch Madness preview. Coach, I know everybody, you want to look at it and go, you'd like it to be 3 games in 3 days. You don't want to have to go through the gauntlet that's 4 games in 4 days. But as you know, and as Coach Mullins told us, it's all about that first one. And you can't think of the whole run. You have to focus on UIC. And, man, the 2 games we had with the Flames this year, they were right down to the end and very easily could have gone UIC's way the first 2 times.
Yeah, it's 2 teams that are pretty evenly matched. It's so much about college basketball's matchups, and you'll see games that when you don't pay attention to teams, you'll say, well, how did that team beat this team? And at the end of the day, those 2 teams knew the matchups were similar, and that's what the case is with UIC.
Southern saw Xavier Johnson get back to 20-plus points against Northern Iowa. That was a big positive. X reaching a typical milestone and a typical mark that he's done in a lot of games. Coach Watson, you know in this tournament, you need guys to play at an extremely high level. How important is it for Southern to have a guy like X play at the level which he has shown at countless times this week?
Xavier is so critical to the offensive side, but he's also really important to the defensive side. I'd like to see Xavier not guard C.J. Jones in this game and put him on maybe another player, whoever UIC starts at that 5th spot, whether it's Pickett or whoever, maybe Kennedy or whoever starts the game, and get him away from the point guard and those heavy responsibility and minutes in that spot as well. Because, we talk about how much Xavier means to the offense. He is just as important on the defensive end because he's always seemingly guarding the point guard who has the ball a lot as well. So, to get a lot of mileage out of Xavier this weekend, they've got to do something a little bit different in addition to maybe getting him some more catches for him to score instead of him having to score so much off the dribble in the middle third of the floor.
What's going to be most important for Southern to get off on the right start to Arch Madness this week, Coach Watson, this game with UIC? The biggest things that that Southern's got to be able to take advantage of on Thursday night to get themselves a chance on Friday against Bradley.
Yeah. Winning the possession game, you do that by offensive rebounds and taking care of the basketball. They've really got to have shots on goal. They've got to get shots every time down the floor. So important this time of year the possessions are going to be fewer, so you have fewer opportunities to turn the ball over. But they've definitely got to, on top of that, they've got to go after rebounds to get more baskets off of the rim, but also limit UIC's opportunities to score on second shots.
Should be a fun one tonight at Enterprise Center in St. Louis, and we hope we get to preview the Bradley Braves on Friday. But first things first, it's a matchup with UIC, as we described, 2 games in the regular season between these teams that came down all the way to the closing minutes. We'd expect nothing else with everything on the line here tonight in St. Louis. We will talk to you for our pregame coverage tonight, starting around 7:30. Tip-off is scheduled for 8:30 from Enterprise Center. For the coach, Rodney Watson, I am Luke Martin. We know we will see Saluki Nation out in full force in St. Louis, and we look forward to seeing you later on tonight. Go Dogs!